always seem to go, that you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paid paradise, put up a parking lot.
Welcome back to BT. Meredith Devo Sid here with you. There's a lot of themes in American politics, and we can bring it here to Canada, but there's a lot of headlines around age in American politics. Here are the facts of the matter. The President, Joe Biden's 80 years old. Donald Trump is a spry 77. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who's had some issues in front of the media recently, where he just stopped talking, is 81. Senator Dianne Feinstein is 90 years old. Okay, there are some of the most important people in American politics are a little older than maybe some people who came before them. So there was a survey out courtesy of CBS News and YouGov about whether or not there should be age limits in U.S. politics. Overall, 77% of Americans think that there should be age limits. That breaks down to 76% for Democrats, 77% independents, 79% for Republicans. This is one of the rare moments a lot of people agree.
There's some agreement there.
Meredith, is this a thing? Is this important? Do you think, age limits? Because again, it's not as much of a headline here in Canada, but one day it could be. You never know. Should we be thinking about age limits when it comes to positions of this type of power?
I mean, we're all living longer now. I mean, hopefully. So I think that changes the game. I mean, longevity exists. The argument is potentially people of a certain age aren't really representing this esprit, the laws that need to be governed, put into place of the younger generation, of which is going to be living into, all the decisions that they make. So I see the argument there, but I do feel like it will really play into a lot of ageism that already happens in our society, especially with women. And there is experience that's needed for the job. So if there's going to be an age limit on the top end, I mean, is there too young?
Valid question. Devo Brown,
I agree with a lot of that. You're right, especially on the too young part. Like that, when you flip it that way, it makes a lot of sense. Like you ageism because you're too young now, and ageism because you're too old, right? I think needs to be a lot of cognitive testing. Perhaps that happens if you are concerned about Mitch McConnell. Like that is legitimate health and safety concerns for that gentleman.
It's pretty
when
scary.
You see something like that happening.
Well, presidents have to go through a stress test, don't they? I mean, I hope so. Don't they have to go through something like that?
At some point, politicians do. Yes.
I remember watching it in Veep.
This is, and it's tough to see because you don't want to see that to anybody. Whether you agree with their politics or not, because you now put yourself in the position of what's that my relative and thing, but I have a hard time saying, hey, you're too old to do this or you're too young to do that. I think it does come down to experience for sure, and how you do the job, but there's another thing with age too. Are you willing to be flexible? Are you able to evolve with what's changing in the world to do the political job as mentioned in order to make the policies make sense for what's happening in the world around you, or are you stuck in the old ways?
I just think, look, the basic function of a politician, especially at the level we're talking about here, to make decisions or to lead in a decision-making process. To me, the only thing that matters is if you can't do that anymore, we have to have a conversation.
And who decides if they can't do it anymore?
That's the tricky thing. Is it the caucus involved, the individual parties? I mean, I don't know where you go with that. It's a valid question, but the Mitch McConnell that I'm seeing in Dianne Feinstein, it's concerning because I don't know where you go. Like, these are major players in the Senate, and I don't know where you go if they can't make decisions that impact everyone in a serious way due to health reasons. And I'm trying to be as kind as I can on that, but you know where I'm going with that. At some point, decisions have to be made. Government has to function. If that ends, I think we need to talk.
Well, we look at someone like Hazel McCallion, who's in Mississauga, who was strong-minded and quick and witty to the very, very end. So there are exceptions.
Former mayor of Mississauga, Ontario, for sure.
So,
let us know at Breakfast TV on Twitter, because that conversation is going on down south for sure. All right. We're going to have you sound off coming up on the other side. Recent survey just announced yesterday, actually. In-person dining in Toronto is down 9% this month. It's been dipping for the last 3 months. Across the country, it's down 3% this month. Are you dining out less, and why? Feedback at breakfasttelevision.ca. More VT coming up.